Well, hello Lionhearts, it's your old pal Jordan the Lion. Today we are coming to you from Leesburg, Florida, and I'm hoping to go out today and see where the plane crash was that unfortunately took Randy Rhoads' life. Daze with Jordan the Lion, it begins right now. So Randy Rhoads was maybe one of the most phenomenal guitar players of all time, rock and roll history, metal history, you name it. He started out with Quiet Riot, which didn't take off while he was in the band. He toiled away with that band for 5 or 6 years, and then one of his friends talked him into auditioning for Ozzy Osbourne, who had been recently fired from Black Sabbath and whose life was really had been spiraling out of control. Now, when Randy came, all he had to do was just do a few warm-ups on his guitar, and Ozzy looked at him and said, "You got the gig." And so he recorded Blizzard of Oz, and then they did Diary of a Madman, and they were out supporting Diary of a Madman in March of 1982. They had just played the night before and were having air conditioning troubles on the bus, so the bus driver decided to go to this airport that we're going to try and get into. It was owned by Jerry Calhoun. He had a private airport, his mansion was on there, but he also had a tour bus company, and so the band basically had a day off in between their show the night before, and then the next night they were playing in Orlando, so they had stopped out here to, basically they rolled in at like 9 a.m. and they were gonna have the day off. So Sharon, Ozzy were asleep on the tour bus, and Randy and the bus driver and Rachel Youngblood, who was Sharon's nanny from when she was a kid, and they had her on tour. She was like 58 years old. She was on tour because she was the seamstress for the band, so she would kind of help out getting things done. So they ended up coming out here. Those who weren't asleep got off the bus, were walking around the premises, and the bus driver said that he was a pilot and there was a Beechcraft airplane there, a 4-seater, and so he talked 2 of the crew members into going on a little 5-minute flight with him. And then when they got back safely, Rachel and Randy got on there. Randy was a photographer, and I've met and talked to his brother, and his brother told me, you know, Randy was terrified of flying, so the only reason he could think that he would do that was just for the views and everything. And once we get out here, I'll tell you a little bit more of the story. Well, we've made it over here to the entrance, and you can see the bus line is still in there, the coach's line that Jerry Calhoun had back there. See if we can get in. We're in luck, all the gates are open. So there it is, there's the house. There's Jerry Calhoun's mansion. And at the time, the bus would have been parked right out in here, right out this way. So they were on that plane, and the pilot, Andrew, did a couple of swipes around the property and then decided to come low and buzz the bus, which, like I said, was right over here. So he swooped down, missed the bus one time, then swooped down the second time. That would have been like the 4th time that he had went by it. He ended up accidentally clipping it with the left wing. The plane went cartwheeling, hit a tree, and then cartwheeled into the, where that garage is over there. And then once the plane hit that garage, it all crashed. I mean, it just exploded. Said Randy, Rachel, and the pilot would have all pretty much died within seconds. And it was found out that the pilot did have cocaine in his system. God. How sad is that? Sorry about how shaky it is. It's pretty far away. Just to show you from where I'm parked, that's the runway that they would have taken off in or on. And then that's where the house is. It's really sad to me also because when I met Kelly Rhoads, Randy's brother, he said that Randy had ambitions of going to UCLA and furthering his education as a musician, and probably would have done another album or two with Ozzy, but probably wouldn't have toured much after that and would have concentrated on education like his family. I'm glad I got to come out and see this. I've been to his grave, I've toured his school. Now I gotta see where he had his last moments. Really sad too because Randy didn't do drugs. If he would have known that that guy was doing drugs, I'm sure he would have never got on the plane and wasn't comfortable on planes to begin with. So really sad way to go. It was determined that it was pilot recklessness. I mean, there was no real other answer for it. He was just being a bad pilot, and his license had expired. Randy didn't do drugs. He only had nicotine in his system, and he was, you know, he wasn't even much of a drinker. He used to tell Ozzy, "You're gonna destroy yourself." Here we're gonna be crossing the runway here. Keep our eye out for planes. I was kind of surprised all these gates were open. You can see right here. So this path that we're taking would have also been the last drive that Randy would have taken as well. You know, he would have been coming towards us, but yeah, they were supposed to be playing Orlando the next night. And apparently when they questioned Ozzy, he'd been drinking because they had had a long drive from, I think they were playing in Tennessee the night before or something like that, like a 9-hour drive. He had been drinking so much that when they asked him, he didn't even know they were in Leesburg. He thought they were in Orlando. He didn't know why they had stopped here. And no one on the bus that was sleeping when it tipped over was injured or killed or anything. To say that Randy Rhoads was a musical genius would almost be an understatement. There just really wasn't anything on the guitar that that guy couldn't do. He had a feel and a whole style that when you hear it, you can't mistake who's playing those parts. Go listen to Crazy Train. I mean, if you don't know much about guitar and you just like rock and roll, Crazy Train is a very good illustration as to what Randy Rhoads was all about. I'm gonna be honest with you, that really, really hurt my heart to see. I loved Randy Rhoads' music. That really hurt to see. But we're gonna go do something else that I think will at least put a little bit brighter spin to the day. I decided to stop off at the LEESBURG Venetian Gardens. So these are the Venetian Gardens. There's all kinds of little walkways out here, and I'm gonna wander around, take a look. I see a sign that says, "Do not feed the alligators," which means there are alligators here. So at night they have a bit of a light show out here, it looks like.
Swerve. Yeah, go to the other one too. Swerving.
Haven't seen any alligators walking around, but I'm seeing some ducks. Take a walk over this little bridge. Taking a little bit of nature today. I see no alligator eyes popping up yet. I see no Wally Gator. Oh, I just saw something happen. Oh, there's a turtle. That's a big turtle too. You can even see there's a couple of other bridges over there. They go kind of on and on and on. There's a couple of turtles. There's like a mama and a baby turtle. Let's see if I can get in there before they run away. It's nice. Big giant birds flying around over my head. There's a guy over here fishing. Tree totally climbable should I have to. And a lot of people have put their names and hearts and stuff all over this one. I know people do that from time to time, but I've done it a lot out here. I wonder why this place is so special. Maybe people have saved their own lives climbing up these trees, trying to get away from alligators. So here's another big one right there. See, bummer we're not out here for the nighttime where we can see all these little figures lit up for Christmas. Looks like penguins and all kinds of stuff here. Penguin riding a polar bear? Is that even legal? And there's a bunch over here too. See that bear in there? Oh, Santa. Nice catch. Even the reindeer can fish out here. Some of the reindeer. Oh, look at that, up in the tree. I just noticed they even have stuff hanging from the trees. It's like a basket, and it's like a dove or something. And then a monkey over here. Alright my friends, we're gonna call it a day. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I know it was a sad one, but it's a vlog that I really wanted to make, and he's a guy I really wanted to remember. So I hope you all enjoyed this. Thank you all for watching from LEESBURG, Florida. We'll see you all next time from somewhere else. Have a great night and goodbye.